This story begins with our main character, Nagi, and his friend Bob arriving at Toto Academy to conquer their 100th school. They walk around school planning to beat up everyone starting from Class A. They then randomly begin beating the shit out of people until a white-hair midget threatens them. They ignore her and continue beating the shit out of people. She then transforms into an adult, but her clothes stay small because culture. She then easily defeats Nagi, hitting him through the window into the ladies' shower room. He lands on a brown-hair beauty called Aya who forcefully kiss and propose to him, but he refused, thinking she is crazy, and leaves. Nagi and Bob then leave the school planning to return and take revenge. The next day Nagi attends school where Aya stalks him, causing him to run away screaming. Nagi then briefly escapes Aya and picks a fight with Masataka. His friend Bob warns him of the ass kicking he's about to receive. Nagi ignores him and starts a fight, getting his punch blocked with a chopstick and being thrown back into the wall. Nagi gets up, seemingly taking no damage, and continues the fight. He gets turned into a football and was about to pass out until Aya scolds him for losing, giving him more confidence to fight. Nagi then distracts Masataka with Aya's cooking, landing his first blow in the entire fight, but Masataka goes berserk and turned him into a punching bag, beating him unconscious. After suffering his first true defeat, Nagi sits in the rain laughing, feeling happy that he found people that are strong to fight. Aya makes Nagi promise to never lose again. He accepts this promise and walks away. In the night Nagi breaks into Bob's house, cock-blocking him. They discuss his defeat, realizing that they're weak compared to everyone else. They suddenly smelled something burning. Realizing someone set Bob's bike on fire and that Bob's girlfriend is late, they rush to her location to check on her, where they find her abused on the floor. In a rage, Bob and Nagi fights him, but they both get their ass beaten. Aya steps in to save them but gets her sword broken. He then leaves them with a warning. Either they drop out of school or they die. A few days later Nagi and Bobs go fishing, with Nagi catching many shoes. They decide they need to get stronger and go to Maya's dojo to train, telling her that in 3 months they will become the strongest. Nagi trains by fighting the pans, learning to control his punches, and Bob trains by running, improving his muscles. Nagi starts hitting the pan behind the one he is aiming for, freaking him out. Maya explains that it's because of his chi, and with greater control over his chi, it started to look like a dragon. They decide to take a break and go bowling, but they are suddenly attacked. After a fight with Aya, Maya then is forced into a 1v1 with a pink-hair woman, Emi. She threatens to break her arm, but Maya pulls a reverse Uno card and breaks Amy's hand instead. They then begin to fight. On the stairs Aya's upset from her argument with Maya. She gets attacked but she low diffs them, until their leader arrives. Nagi, Bob and Masataka gets surrounded in the bowling area, but Masataka decides he wants to 1v9 them by himself, giving them a chance to escape. Nagi runs to help his other friends when he encounters a man with a mask on that he must 1v1 to pass. Aya is fighting on the stairs but she's losing, only managing to avoid his attacks. She leads her opponent into a narrow corridor where his weapon should be useless, but her opponent breaks apart his staff, turning it into a whip-like weapon, injuring her. She then declares she will not lose as Nagi's wife. Continuing the fight with Maya and Emi, Emi pulls weapons out of random places. Maya slams Emi with a door into a wall. She tries to defeat Maya by throwing kunais, but she catches the blade with her mouth and finishes the fight with a combo breaker. We then find out how Emi could hold so many weapons. She explodes, finally being defeated, but Maya is injured in the process. She then leaves the bathroom, defeating everyone in her way. Nagi continues to fight the masked man, revealing a new technique he learned from punching the pots, but the attack missed as he didn't fully master it. Maya then scolds him for misusing it, motivating him to fight in his own style. The fight continues, with Nagi being bent in many different positions. Nagi then tricked him, causing the masked man to release his hold. He tries his new move again, breaking his arm on the muscle of the masked man. Nagi then uses his ultimate move once more, lifting the masked man and defeating him with a punch and a little talk no jutsu. Nagi then lifts Maya and carries her towards Aya. Masataka finished raid bossing everyone, then checks on Bob and his girlfriend. On the way to the elevator, Masataka's big brother, Mitsuomi, arrives, one-shotting Masataka, then sends his teammate to continue the ass beating. Bob goes berserk on Mitsuomi, but his attack only manages to draw 1 drop of blood. Mitsuomi congratulates Bob for his effort and offers him a spot by his side. Bob refuses after a pep talk from his girlfriend. After a kiss, Bob accepts that he is about to get his ass beat, and fights. On the roof, Aya uses her dragon eyes and begins toying with her opponent. She takes his weapon, laughing at him while beating him until he can't move. Nagi arrives on the roof. Aya begins to cry, feeling bad about herself for continuing to fight even after it was clear that the battle was over. Nagi then kicks the man, confirming that he is alive, then gives her the advice that she should always aim to kill her opponents because winning is the only thing that matters. They head downstairs, finding what is left of Bob and Masataka on the floor by the foot of Mitsuomi. Nagi fights Mitsuomi, and gets one shot by a better version of his own technique. Seeing this, Aya becomes enraged, activating her dragon eyes, but also gets one shot. Mitsuomi then offers Maya the chance to come back to him, but she refuses because of what he did to her brother. Nagi suddenly gets up with chi forming around him. Nagi then lands a blow on Mitsuomi, causing him to bleed. Nagi begins to punch him non-stop, but afterwards it's revealed that Mitsuomi took no damage from his attack. Mitsuomi gets ready to kill Nagi, but was stopped before unleashing the attack. Mitsuomi then leaves and heads to the bathroom where he bleeds heavily, suffering from a sickness. He then commands Emi to look the other way, and leaves. Questioning Maya as why they are always being targeted, she reveals that Mitsuomi killed her older brother in a death match, but before her brother died he used a technique that's killing Mitsuomi slowly. They then leave, going home for the night. When they get home, they inquire more into Maya's past with Mitsuomi. She reveals in her younger days she went around fighting everyone in the city until one day she was defeated by Mitsuomi. After this defeat, Maya's brother, Shin, showed up praising Mitsuomi for his win. Maya then begins crying and leaves. Soon after, Maya encounters Mitsuomi at school. She tells him the next time they fight she is going to win. Soon after, Maya got into a fight with someone teasing her in the hallway. He then beats her until she falls to the floor. Shin teases her for losing, then defeats him with one finger. Shin and Maya then leaves. He then scolds her for being weak, and she then scolds him for helping her in that fight. She then goes on to defeat Shin's general in one attack while wearing a disguise. The next day, Maya finds Mitsuomi training. He then challenges her to a fight. They begin the 1v1 with Shin watching from the window. When Maya gets home, she finds that Shin has took his family cursed blade. Shin rides around on his bike. With the power of his sword and the dragon eyes, he learns that Maya is the one who attacked his general and that Mitsuomi has been sleeping with his girlfriend. After a while, the voices became too much, and he gets angry, beating everyone he finds close to death. It's then revealed that Shin killed his parents in a rage as well while wielding this cursed blade. Shin then declares that he will kill anyone who gets close or tries to hurt Maya. The next day, Maya admires Mitsuomi's training when he then reveals that he is scared of Shin and hates himself for it. Maya gave him advice and tells him to defeat Shin as she cannot do it herself. Shin's generals find out that Maya has been the ones hunting them and plans to fight her, but Shin interferes, beating all of them until they can't move. Maya and Mitsuomi rushes to the hospital after hearing the news, where they were told Shin was the one responsible, angering Maya, who decides to go stop Shin. Mitsuomi tried to follow after her but was stopped by his fear of Shin. Shin's last remaining general finds him and challenges him to a fight. Shin laughs, starting the fight by drawing his blade and activating his dragon eyes. He begins toying with his general, stabbing him in the legs and stabbing him in the legs and stabbing him in the legs, and then he jumps on top of the car to get a better angle to stab him in the legs. This will be all for today. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching.